beginning. The story doesn't stop there. I told you, he's here to reconcile vast number of different approaches in spirituality. In no time, in a short time, he comes across another person who is saying, Shambhu Mallick. He says, I'd like to study the Bible. So Ramakrishna says, fine, I want to learn about Christ and these Christian people. So he would visit his house, and that gentleman, Shambhu Mallick, would read through the story of Bible. And Ramakrishna, even though he disliked the word sin, is quite offended by the word sin, just sits through and listens to this story of the Bible, listens. Again in 3 days, this thing like magic happens in his life. 3 days is the magic time. While he's sitting in one of these devotees' house, there is an image of baby Christ with Madonna on the wall, and he's staring at it. And that image seems to have come alive. And from it he sees rays entering his body, entering his system. He feels very charged up. Very unusual experience. For these 3 days, again, he doesn't visit the temple, doesn't look at the Hindu deities, completely ignores them. On the 3rd day, when he's walking in the little forest in the north of the temple, while he's sitting there, he suddenly sees a person, a white man, walking towards him. And he says, this is strange, who is this foreigner coming towards me? As he comes closer, his heart springs into joy. He said, I know who is this. And this is the man who gave his life for the welfare of humanity, who sacrificed his life for the welfare of humanity. This is Jesus. He said, And as he said that man came very close to him, embraced and disappeared into him, inside him. If I tell the story to Christians, they will be very worried. Because this means that Christ is contained in Ramakrishna. But I've done this story. He enters his body and disappears into him. The same happened every time he had any spiritual experience within the Hindu tradition, whether he saw Ram or he saw Krishna, these personalities would come and enter his system. And this happened. And there's something very unusual about this story. I'll tell you why. Somebody was doing research whether Jesus is a historic figure or a made up figure, because there is an argument going on in the theological circles that Jesus is possibly not a real character but made up. There is a real debate going on. Now see, those people approached me, I'm telling you, and say, we like the story of Ramakrishna because he validates Jesus. He says there was a person called Jesus. Do you know to what extent he validates Jesus? He said, I can describe Jesus, but Jesus, he was a Jew, and the Jews have a kind of nose which is kind of bent like that, like in the eagle's beak. But I can tell you, this Jesus I saw had a stubby nose, but he was handsome, he said. He didn't look ugly, but he had a stubby nose, not a pointed nose like this. And you see, he's describing Jesus, and there is no historic record. But the various versions of Christianity, one version talks of Jesus not with a kind of Jewish nose, but with a flat nose. I'm just telling you what has been recorded. Take it as you like. So in one life we see a variety of different approaches visible in the story of one life. Now you see,